Sometimes the reality of life makes it hard to accept what the future's holding for all of us. Higher force calling us, unexpected visits to the coroner, when tragedy, pain has befallen us. And as we getting older, you quickly realize that you have to be stronger than you ever been. Lifespan has to be longer. Too many people taking life for granted. Too much negativity.
All right, guys, what's good with it? Is your boy Crooked Smile. I am here with Drake Adams, and we have a very special guest today, bellaink. So,
Yay! How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. How you doing, Drake Adams?
Doing good, man. Ready to get this interview rolling. Excited to learn about Bella here.
Yes,
Nice.
let's do this.
All right, so we're not gonna waste anybody's time. We're gonna let this free flow. We're gonna have some fun here tonight. I'm actually gonna let our boy Drake Adams actually kick off the podcast or this interview. So go ahead, Drake Adams, and do your question for our good friend here.
All right, so we are during this little trying time here of the quarantine. What are you doing to keep yourself busy? What are you doing for fun? What's getting you through these times here?
Oh man, so I had recently moved from Las Vegas to Tennessee at the end of November. Before this virus had started in December in China, I was paying attention to it, so I kind of knew that it was kind of airborne and that it was going to hit America before people knew out here. So I've been already bracing myself. I've been staying inside. Plus, I am pregnant and I am 3 months away from my delivery date. So I've been just staying cooped up inside, trying to take care of myself, my health, trying to keep up with social media as much as I can. But I'm also remodeling and renovating the house that I'm currently in right now. So that's taking up a lot of time. But unfortunately, with the virus going on, it holds up a little bit. But it seems like it's getting better, but only time will tell. We'll see what happens with this.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the pregnancy. My wife and myself are on our second child. She's 3 months in.
Oh, thank you. Congrats.
All right. So one of my questions, because I see that you did do dancing and stuff like that. One question
Yes.
I did have is, what made you go from being a dancer to become an MMA fighter in the LFC?
Well, I currently still do both. I love doing both. Let's see. I mean, I've been interested in dancing my whole life. I've been a go-go dancer since I've been 18, so I've been doing this like 10 plus years. I started boxing when I was about, when I was about like 18, 19, I started getting into trying to do amateur boxing. I really enjoyed it, and I'm from Chicago, so I have got into some street fights back in my high school days, and, being around a rough crowd and everything like that, you got to stand for yourself. So I've always had that persona, and I've always had kind of like a strict dad and somebody to teach me to be very independent and depend on myself. So I don't know. It's something that I've always had a trait. I've always had kind of like a little bit of a fire inside of me. And, when I got onto LFC, it was amazing. Getting into wrestling and learning jiu-jitsu and BJJ and karate, and just, it's fun. I really, really enjoy it. And I enjoy kicking people's asses. So I like doing both. They're both energetic. They're both my hobbies, so I really, really like doing both. But right now, I'm currently doing more fighting than I am dancing, which I'm currently okay with.
All right. Well, since we brought up the fact that you are a dancer, dancing, you're working with the crowd. I assume you'd be working off of, reactions and stuff like that. I've never been a dancer myself, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Would the idea of that, working the crowd, does that help with going into the boxing and the MMA and everything, all the fighting that you are doing?
Yes. Just because you're in big crowds, and when you're in big crowds, you got to make sure that you can pull them in. You want to gravitate them towards you because you definitely want people to become your fans. Fans are number one supporters. If we don't have fans, then there ain't no us, basically. So the dancing, yes. I mean, I've never really had any problem standing up in front of big crowds or giving presentations or anything like that. So I just enjoy it. I actually like a big crowd when there's like only like 2 or 3 or maybe 5 people standing in front of me and that's it. That's when it's kind of like a bummer. But I enjoy all aspects. If there's one person there for me, then I'm going to give my all to them.
Sweet, and that's what we love to hear. It's all about the fans in the end of the day.
Exactly.
So, with my next question, I just want to know: is there an MMA fighter that made you want to get into the sport? I know you said that you did started boxing early, but I wanted to know if maybe there's a fighter that got you into the sport.
Let's see. I mean, I'm a big fan of Mayweather. I've always been a big fan of Mayweather. When Gregor McConnor came and he did the boxing with Mayweather, I thought that was really awesome. I thought it was really cool that an MMA fighter was coming in and trying the boxing field. That was freaking phenomenal and amazing. And I'm hoping that Mayweather might transition into doing some MMA and getting into the ring. That would be amazing as well. But I mean, I really don't know what to say with that one. You know? I mean, I don't know. I would just end it on that because I'm a big fan of Mayweather, and that's like my number one person I've always been following. I mean, there are other MMA fighters. There's Ronda Rousey. I mean, I do like her. I like that she's going in, that she went into WWE. Now she's kind of stepping out of it, which is fine. Katie Holmes. There's so many girls that I look up to because I think girls fighting MMA is amazing and awesome. And I mean, I give every girl their props.
All right, being that you brought up Ronda Rousey, we got Ronda Rousey, Cain Velasquez, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Shayna Baszler. They've all transitioned to that kind of WWE lifestyle as well. And I was just curious, would you ever think about turning pro wrestler?
Oh my God, yes. If they gave me the chance, if WWE gave me the chance and was like, we would like to bring you in, then yes, I would definitely do it. I like all aspects of fighting. So if it isn't top notch in MMA, I mean, I don't know if I would go full MMA because full contact with the face and everything. I do a lot of modeling, so I really don't want my face messed up. I don't need a broken nose or anything. So, yeah, I would definitely go pro wrestling for sure.
And I don't mean to cut you off here, Crooked, but she brought up modeling. What kind of modeling do you do?
I started off with regular, casual, glamour modeling, which then transitioned into like some nude artistic modeling. And then I also do fetish work. I do pinup as well for magazines. I've done music videos. I've also done, I did one commercial for a company as well for modeling. So it's a bunch of different aspects. Whatever I can kind of get myself into, I like doing. I mean, I do have tattoos, so sometimes that kind of bans me from some shoots. They like the all-American girl next door, which it's 2020. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, whatever gig that I'm comfortable with doing, I basically book it and do it.
So you pretty much sampled the field at that point then, right?
Yeah, why not?
Awesome.
We live once.
Exactly, and that's the way you got to live it nowadays, especially with everything how's going on.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this quarantine is showing a lot of people a lot of things. So I'm ready to get back out there, and I'm ready to start touring and traveling the world and fighting people again. So I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely being like Drake Adams and I are professional wrestlers, so we're definitely waiting for everything to open back up and actually be able to get back out there and actually compete in front of crowds. It's kind of sucks staying at home all the time. So
Yeah,
it's no
I,
fun.
yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Completely understand.
All right. So my next question would probably you're probably gonna punch me in the face for this, but I don't know. So my next question would be you had back-to-back fights with Agatha, I believe that's her first name. Agatha
Agatha?
Campbell. There you go. The
Yeah.
Cannibal Carter. Where you guys actually had a 1-1 split from LFC 28 and LFC 29. And she
Correct.
did bite you. So can you go through those matches and tell us how you were feeling and stuff like that throughout both matches and stuff?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, it's almost been a year, so let's go back. So the 4th of July is the one that me and her first fought at. And I was excited to fight her. She's a little bit taller than me, which is no issue. I mean, she probably was like same weight as me. I knew about her being cannibal, and I did hear about her biting. So I was already aware and prepared for it in the fight. So when we were fighting, she did bite me, but it wasn't a hard enough bite to where she like completely penetrated the skin and blood was all over the place. I mean, now if there was blood all over the place, I would have definitely probably bit that bitch back, to be honest with you. But no, it didn't penetrate the skin. I really didn't feel it too much, but you know, she did get called out on it. Fortunately, she won that fight, which that's okay because the next day on July 5th, when we fought again, then I took over and I whooped her ass and I won that belt.
This is real quick. So you said they were back-to-back days. How can you like? I know like most like MMA fighters will go like months without fighting because they want to repair themselves. So
Right.
how did you get it to where you could actually fight back-to-back nights? Because obviously you're beaten and bruised up and stuff like that from the first night. How do you get your body focused to get into that next fight?
Well, we had already had July 5th already pre-planned months ahead. So that was already planned. The 4th of July fight, that came up like not even a week before. And he said that they were looking for fighters for that. And I agreed. I thought, you know, I should have enough energy to fight back and back. I mean, look, I do tours for a living. I've been doing tours for 7 years, and the past like 3 years have been like big wrestling tours for me. And I travel through the country through 33 plus states, and I'm fighting girls, guys, either semi or fully competitively. And I'm doing this either every hour on the hour with these people, or I'm doing 8 bookings in one day, and it's all fighting. So I have tons of energy, so I knew I would be good fighting. And the simple fact that we don't get punched in the face is something that also helps me out, because we're not taking blows to the head, or we're not getting black eyes, we're not getting bloody noses. I mean, we could possibly get bloody noses if we get on the turnbuckle or whatnot, or on the cages. But, you know, I knew I had enough energy, and I did have enough energy. 4th of July was no good for me, but the next fight I was able to get her, so I won it back.
I was going to ask about your rehab strategy, but being that you do this on a daily, that kind of blows that out of the water a little bit.
Yeah, I do a lot of fighting. I've been doing wrestling and stuff for about 6 years now. About 6 years I've been doing
When you bring up wrestling, do you mean like the amateur style, just grappling, or is it the pro wrestling style?
I do both.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've been trained in both. I haven't been trained fully in pro wrestling, but I know how to throw holds and put people in holds and, you know, pro wrestling stuff. But jumping from the ring and stuff like that, now that's the stuff I really haven't been trained on. But I'm really eager to get trained on that, because I would love to be jumping from some rings.
No, it's definitely fun. And I'm sure Crooked can attest to it. We have a blast every time we step between those ropes.
Oh my God, it looks like fun.
Um,
It's a blast
My
to
next-
blast.
Blast and blast.
my
Oh,
next question for
we
you
doing
would be,
the Jersey Shore here.
oh, don't count me into that. No, thank you.
Ah, funny.
My next question for you would be, I mean, everybody listens to music, and being that you've got this, you're an intensive fighter person, and you've also got the modeling career. What's on your musical playlist?
Oh man, I listen to everything. I grew up with a father that was a singer in a band, and I listened to old rock, heavy metal, rap, R&B, hip hop, EDM. I listen to everything. Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder. I listen to every single thing as long as I understand what they're saying and they got some good beats with it. It's all about the beats. I told myself I really want to become a DJ, and I'm really thinking about ordering some turntables because being in Las Vegas for a couple years and dancing out there, some of the DJs, their music could have been spruced up a little bit. I mean, I'm from Chicago, so their music in Chicago is pretty good. I would love to start DJing and bring a little bit of my taste to the music industry. But I listen to everything.
So who would be your
Maybe
top
not,
five
maybe
artists
not.
right now?
I'm sorry?
Oh, go ahead. You finish, and then I'll ask mine.
Oh, no, I was just going to say maybe not a lot of country. That's probably like maybe the one thing I don't really, some pop maybe as well. I mean, I'm a little bit older, so, but yeah, that's me.
Who would be your top five right now? Just five artists that you've been really clicking with.
Oh my God, you're putting me on the spot. What is their names? Let's see. I listen to Tupac Shakur a lot. I also listen to, God, you guys got me on this one. Let's see. They're newbies, so I've been listening to them a lot. I listen to Method Man a lot. Jay-Z. Rot Me and Roddy Ricch are the new ones that I listen to. Yeah. Is there
Awesome.
maybe some, I listen to reggaeton too, so, we want to throw some reggaeton in there, so definitely want to make sure. I listen to everything, so, and top producers, top music industry singers, I don't know, they're all in my book.
I was hoping you would throw out a name like Machine Gun Kelly when you were saying rapping, because that's one of my favorite rappers. But
Who, Machine Gun Kelly?
yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I listen to him.
All right. I was about to say, if you're an Eminem fan, we're gonna have to cut this podcast short.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly actually premiered on a Catfish TV show not too long ago. That's funny.
Yeah, you did. All right. So, yep, we're going to go jump to this next question real quick before we get too far off task.
Okay.
So, is bellaink coming back to the LFC after the little one is born and taken care of? Or so pretty much saying, like, what's next for you?
So, I am due at the end of July. So, I am hoping that it will be an easy, speedy recovery. Then I can get back and hit the gym and hit weights and stuff like that, because I also do lift and carry sessions, and I lift guys and girls that are like 200 pounds, 215 over my shoulders. So I definitely need to get back onto lifting and stuff before I go back into fighting, because I did recover last year from a muscle sprain in my back, which had me down for 2 months. So that was not cool. So I need to make sure I work out, I'm very strong, and I can get back into stuff. I have been in the works with LFC. They are supposed to have a fight. I know September 5th, that's too soon for me. I won't be able to make that one. But they're supposed to have another one towards the end of October or beginning of November. As long as this virus stuff is gone away by that time and we can hold maybe a fight, if people can't be around, maybe we can just all do it for people to view online. But we'll see. I'm trying to make October. I am definitely trying to make that fight. So as long as everything goes, I will definitely be out there.
Definitely. And, you know, us here at Joker's Club, we're definitely going to be rooting for you against whoever you're against.
Thank you.
So I think I'm good with the questions. Drake Adams, how about you?
That's pretty much everything I had written down.
All right. So Bella, is there any plugs you want to put in, like your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter? You can go ahead and plug that now if you'd like.
Of course. Okay, so if you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on my Instagram, which is at Jessica LY 2333. I also am on Facebook as Jessie Lynn, and that's JESSI. Middle name is LYNNE. I have a Facebook page, but that's kind of my modeling go-go dancing page, not more so my wrestling. We can just disregard that and not worry about that. You can also follow my Twitter at bellaink clips. That's INKS clips with an S at the end. Also, you can purchase my videos, my LFC t-shirts, and our calendars that I just appeared in. I am for the month of April that just passed, but there were some amazing photos in there, and especially all the other girls that are in there as well. Make sure to go to lingeriefightingchampionship.com and you can order whatever wrestler that you would like there, and then definitely order me because you guys love me and I love my fans, and it's always good to have more fans. And I think that's it.
All right. Well, we thank you for giving us your time, and we greatly, greatly appreciate you for coming on the podcast, and definitely learned a lot more about you, which is the main focus, and we want to have the fans know you a lot better. And hope to see you and the little one. Hopefully, you bring him or her.
It's a her.
It's a her. Okay.
Yep.
So we hope to see her at the next event, hopefully in October, if that's a scheduled fight for you, or in November, if anything. But yes, congratulations, early congratulations. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us here at Joker's Club Podcast. You got Crooked Smile and our boy Drake Adams. That's gonna cut it for us.
Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have a great night.
You do the same.
Thank you.